All right. Well, we got a couple of calls from our good friend Tommy Crash.
Okay.
As you know, our good friend Tommy Crash has a podcast out there called Filth Radio.
He does.
You can go over to Spreaker.com,
Right.
Spreaker.com, and look up Filth Radio.
Okay.
And he left us a couple of messages today
All right.
in anticipation for the Classic Metal Show.
All right. Good.
Even though he said that CMS and CMS Neely were gay
Well, as long as I'm not.
on the Twitter.
As long as I'm not gay.
All right. So here's Tommy's message. He always has plenty to say,
All right.
and he runs out of space.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hey, boys, it's Tim James from sunny Australia. I've been looking for Malcolm Young because I'm the biggest fucking faggot fanboy in the world, and I done heard that he's at a nursing home. Well, how about that? Hey, motherfuckers, it's Tommy Craftsman checking in. I've been scouting out some Latina women this week. I drive a van for work, and it sits a little bit higher than all of their cheap fucking Hyundais, and they're all fucking banged out cars, piece of shit. And it's pretty cool because I saw two chicks this week, Latinas, probably down on their luck, but they don't know it. They're down on their luck if you compare them to like Michael Douglas and Wall Street.
He's always got something to say.
What the hell?
Him and his Latinas.
Yeah. They're down on their luck in their Hyundai.
Yeah. Compared to Michael Douglas and Wall Street.
Shit, I'm down on my luck compared to Michael Douglas on Wall Street.
Right. I happen to like Latina women.
I do too.
They're pretty smoking hot.
Would you fuck Selena Gomez?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I mean, she does. She still looks like she's like 14. Makes her hotter.
Wow. Well, when I lived in California, there was a lot of Latino women out there, and they were always hot.
Did you bang any of them?
No.
No?
No, I did. I had one. Her last name was Diaz.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How was that?
Good.
That's some good puss, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Was it like more wet?
Yeah. You know what? The thing, here's the funny thing.
All right.
I haven't seen her literally in, let's see, when was the last time I saw her? It was like 2000 and, no, it was, let's see here, 19, I'm going to say 19, I got a real good story that's actually going to make my book, but I'm not going to tell it here.
Okay.
But it's really weird. This chick, I haven't seen her. Literally, I haven't seen her since 1990.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say 3.
Okay.
She reached out to me on the LinkedIn.
Really?
Yeah. And just said, hi, it's been a long time no see. Hope you're doing okay. Blah, blah, blah.
And where is she now?
Texas.
Oh, that's close enough for a booty call.
Yeah, but see, she was in California. Then she was in North Carolina. Then she went back to California, and now she's in Texas.
Yeah.
And she was a little dark-haired, little brunette, dark skin,
Right.
little petite gal.
There's something about them Latino women, though, man. They got a wet fucking... It's like diving into a pussy pool.
It is.
Because I know I banged one. Her name is Diane Torres. And that was when I was in Korea. And, man, that girl was like fucking... That girl was like liquid panties. I mean, she was fucking... She was, dude, you know how sometimes, like, if you're, like, fucking around with a chick and you start fingering her a little bit, and, like, at first you almost gotta, like, lick your fingers or whatever to get in there?
Right.
Dude, it was like I could have gone fucking elbow deep and fucking not caught any kind of traction.
Sure.
This chick was so fucking wet.
Well, that is so funny that you would make an analogy like that.
Okay.
Because I did listen to these phone calls.
Okay.
And Tommy is going to actually talk about you.
Get the fuck out of here.
In that regard.
I have not heard, I swear to Christ, I have not heard, listened to these calls.
It's freaking hysterical.
Holy shit! Wow. All right.
So he's checking out the Latinas
All right.
and their beat up cars
Okay.
in sunny Florida.
All right.
But they had shorts on, little shorts, and their cars were fucking beat to shit. They had some bumper stickers on them, and they had their left. They're driving with their right leg, and they had their left leg kind of cocked up, so they had their legs spread in their car.
All right. Here, when I drove a truck
Yeah.
back in the 90s,
Okay.
that was one thing I never understood about chicks, and I know that periodically we get some chicks listening to the show.
Yeah. Very, very rarely. Okay.
But that is one thing as a truck driver, since you're so high up and you can look down into the cars.
Yeah.
Girls often, and I saw this a lot,
Okay.
that they would drive with their right foot on the gas pedal,
Yeah.
and they would have their left leg propped up on the seat.
Okay. Like crossed. Like
No,
kinda
not crossed.
Like half a leg crossed.
No,
One
no,
leg-
no. Like the heel of their foot would be on the edge of the seat.
Okay.
Like they would have their knee up.
All right.
And that's what he's talking about, because I saw this a lot.
Okay.
I would see, and I can relate to this because I saw it too.
All right.
But they drive with their right foot on the gas pedal or the brake or whatever.
right.
But their left leg with their heel of their foot is up on the seat.
I think that's so that they can dry out their good spots.
Well, that's kind of funny, because that's funny you should say that, because I had another driver, a truck driver,
Okay.
call me on the CB radio. I was driving for a company called MS Carriers,
Okay.
and I was out ahead of him, and this car was coming up on the left-hand side of the truck, and
Okay.
he says, "Hey, MS, check out that four-wheeler coming up on your left side there."
All right.
He says, it looks like she just finished paying the rent and she's drying out the receipt. And sure as shit, she had her leg propped up on the seat.
Right.
So this is what Tommy's saying.
Yeah. I get it.
Like I said before, I'm just wondering, do their pussies stink? And their feet now, because it's still down in Florida here. It's still kind of like summer. Got some short sun right now. And I wonder if that fucking, like, their brown feet, their light brown feet, if they stink. And if their pussy holes stink, too, because they had shorts on. And they don't have air conditioning, because that air conditioning fucking died years ago in that car. And it's just a piece of shit car. I wonder, they probably listen, they got real cheap speakers, and they listen to their fucking rap stations. I'm sure the CD player's broke, so they're listening to the commercial radio, and it's just killing the speakers, man. It's just
So he's, he knows how bad commercial radio sucks as well.
Right. Sure.
So they don't have a CD player because it's broken.
Right.
The air conditioning's broken.
It's a fucking piece of shit car.
Driving down the road, left leg propped up on the seat, wondering if their pussy smells in the hot sun of
Florida. Right.
So these are all the things that our good friend Tommy Crash is contemplating.
I'm glad Tommy's keeping track of all this for us.
So as these Latinas drive past him in a beater car, he wonders, man, I wonder if that chick's pussy smells.
Wouldn't it waft up to the top of the truck?
You'd think.
You would think so.
Right.
pulsating. The fucking, the bass and the brand new music they hear over the radio is pulsating the fucking portable speakers like a black cock pulsates a white woman's asshole when she's married and there's a cuckold on the side. So, yeah, a little bit of music review. I picked up Led Zeppelin 4 today. It's probably the third time I bought it. Bought it once on cassette, bought it on CD, and I bought it on CD again, remastered. But let me tell you, these Led Zeppelin remasters, they sound fucking awesome. They just sound so good. And
Now, I know you're a Zeppelin fan, as I am,
Yep.
and I know that your close female friend is a Zeppelin fan as well.
Right, sure.
Have you heard the remasters yet?
Yeah, I have them.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I have them.
How are they?
You do. They're great. They are great. The bonus tracks are kind of, they're kind of who cares, but because it really is scraps at this point. But yeah, the remix value is great. The one thing that always plagued Zepp in pretty much their entire career, except for sadly Coda, was that the production value was always kind of shitty.
Right. Well, I mean, it really just kind of it utilized the technology of the time.
Mm-hmm. It really was. But Jimmy, who does all that work now, has really gotten good at really cleaning the shit up, and he knows what to raise and when to raise it and when to lower stuff, and how to edit out digital hum and shit. They are very clean. They're real cool. Led Zeppelin 4 especially is real good.
Right.
Stairway to Heaven. Out of fucking control how good that sounds.
Really? Nice.
Yep.
Nice. Well, maybe you'll share some of that with your good friend Neely.
I will. I didn't even think about because it was old records. I didn't even think about sending it. But
well,
I
have all that stuff, obviously, but of course, the Rhino releases with all the remastered Zeppelin stuff. That's the big, that's the big news out there, and
right.
It's just amazing that after 40 plus years, that Zeppelin is enjoying such a resurgence with just remastering their catalog.
Yeah, it's too bad Robert won't fucking man up and tour.
Yeah, I agree.
Just one time, just 10 shows or 3 shows. Do L.A., Chicago, and fucking New York.
Yeah, something like that.
And if people want to go, it's $1,000 a ticket, and you go.
Yeah,
I'd go.
Sure,
I would absolutely spend $1,000 to see Led Zeppelin.
Right,
I would.
I mean, look how long it took them to do the O2 Arena DVD release.
Yeah. But if they would have done it in the States, would you not have tried to go?
Absolutely. You and I talked about it on the show when the O2 thing was happening, and the rumblings out there were that they were actually going to maybe do a dozen shows.
Yeah, I will see it. I don't care what it costs. I will see that show.
Sure.
That's about the only band that is still in existence today that's an old classic band that I would pay more than like $100 for a ticket, but right. I would pay whatever to see Zepp.
Sure.
And I'm one of the few that had the privilege of seeing them in the day.
You did. Your mother was cool enough to take you.
Yep. I saw them in 77, man.
Nice.
At the Coliseum. And I didn't know the songs at the time because
you were a kid.
I was 9.
You were a child.
I was 9 years old, but I saw Led Zeppelin, man. I'd like to see them where I actually know the songs.
I did get to see the Page and Plant tour, which was as close as it was going to be. I just saw them at the Coliseum.
I saw Page Plant at the Gun. One of the Page Plant, and that was I met Jimmy Page. I told you that story.
Yeah, well, you met him at Nautica, right?
Yeah, he was. They had a Page Plant show the next night at Gund Arena.
Yeah, I was at one of them.
And he was hanging out. Page was over at Nautica hanging out with the Iron Maiden guys because they're all from the same, I don't know, area or whatever.
Like Birmingham, England or something.
They're all from the same place. They all knew each other. And Ronnie James Dio, I was hanging with Dio. And Dio was like, hey, you want to meet somebody? And I was like, yeah, sure. And I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to meet whoever, Simon Wright or whoever, Tracy G or whoever the fuck it was at the time. And instead he takes me back and sitting there at a table is fucking Jimmy Page. And I was like, oh,
Yeah, really.
And literally I don't even know where it is, but somewhere around here I have an Iron Maiden Dio ticket signed by Jimmy Page.
Nice.
Because that's all I had on me to get signed.
Well, yeah. You don't expect those things.
No, and you're certainly not going to walk away from an opportunity to meet Jimmy Page and not get the autograph.
Right.
And goddamn, I wish that it was more like closer to today where somebody would have had a phone to take a picture. Because that was before, cell phones and whatnot were big. I'd love to have that photo.
Sure, absolutely. All right, let's finish.
All right.
So that's something that a Latina woman, she doesn't know about. She eats Cheetos from 7-Eleven in her car, and her feet stink, and her fucking I've listened to previous podcasts, and I hate when I say the word butthole, so her fucking asshole stinks because she's dirty. She's got an ass, man. She's not like a white businesswoman that has a butthole and she fucking cleans it with little tissues. There's a fucking Latina that's scarred for life and she's fucked up. And that fucking Latina, she's got an asshole. You know what? And Neely, you fucking spread that out.
That's where it ends. So Latinas, they're not quite as sophisticated as the white businesswoman.
No.
They're scarred for life and they have assholes.
Is he saying that they're almost human?
Well, he's saying that they're almost subhuman. They're not sophisticated. They're not clean.
No,
they're almost animalistic.
Right, like chimps.
Pretty close.
Yeah, sorta.
All right. Well, this next phone call.
Yeah.
He goes into describing me in my bedroom manner.
Oh, how does he know this?
As well as your bedroom manner.
Oh.
When it comes to the treatment of women.
All right, great.
So Tommy Crash has a handle on all of this.
All right, well, good.
Yeah, Neil, it's Tommy Crash. I was talking about you spreading that Latino ass. It's like when it's fucking hot and sweaty and it's got a lot of cunt hair in there because I think Latinos have cunt hair and asshole hair.
Right, so Latinas are very hairy.
They got a lot of hair going on there.
Yeah, they don't shave, they don't wax.
No.
They're just very hairy.
It's like Bigfoot.
Right. They're Sasquatch.
That's right.
Sasquatch in the puss area.
That's right.
Lots of asshole hair, lots of puss hair.
A lot of hair going on there.
Right.
I know you're real skittish of the other races. And when you open it up, that ass, you can open it slowly. And it sounds like when you pull a fruit roll up off the little wrapper, it's
What? When you open up that asshole,
yeah,
it's the sound it makes when you pull a fruit roll up off the paper. Because it's all sticky and sweaty and just kind of tacky.
Ugh.
Wet and moist.
All right, if you really were getting down with a chick and you went to spread her fucking cheeks to get to her asshole,
right,
and it really was tacky like that, wouldn't you stop?
I think that would kind of be a deterrent.
And wouldn't you get just this wafting of ick?
You would think.
You'd think there'd be just a nasty fucking cloud of smell that would come at you.
Sure. It would be it would sound like this.
Yeah.
I'm lucky I had a roll of tape nearby.
Nice.
Kind of like that. All right. All right.
Hey, who's that, Neely? Who is that? Is that Juanita?
Tommy.
Hey, Juanita, I'm gonna fuck you in the ass. You ready? Let me get up in that asshole.
Tommy has such a way of evoking that vision in your head, what that would sound or look like.
Holy shit.
That's funny. That's so
Who
great.
the fuck ever thought we'd get fucking sound effects out of tape?
Right. That's their creativity of being a good engineer on the radio.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Here we go.
All right.
You slowly peel a fruit roll up off. It takes about like 3.5 seconds. That's how long it takes you to spread her asshole. Because I know that you're a gentleman. I'm not sure if you're liberal or not, but you're a gentleman and you like to take care of the ladies. So Whereas Chris, I think if he had a fucking Latina in front of him, he'd fucking just he'd fucking pull her panties to the side, and I don't even think he'd bother licking his finger to put him in her cunt to lube him up. I think Chris, he'd just fucking pull fucking Latina's cheap panties. She's got fucking cheap ass panties, man, because she doesn't have a lot of money, and he just fucking puts his cock in her cunt from behind. But I think Neely takes a little bit more time because he cares about women. And
so you're just a beastly animal who just fucks a chick.
Wow.
And I just take my time because I care about women.
How's he know that?
I don't know. He just assesses that from, I guess our discussions.
I guess. Wow.
So basically you're a beastly animal.
So I'm damn near a rapist.
Yeah, you just rip her panties to the side and stick your cock in her cunt hole. And me, I take my time. I'm kind of gentle and easygoing and, ease it in there.
You're nice. I'm like, look, you Spanish whore, give me that pussy.
Right. Bend over.
You fucking stupid Spanish whore. You get that fucking pussy open right now. I'm coming to get it.
I'm ramming it in. Ram it down.
Right.
As Jackal would say.
Chris, he just wants to fuck. Chris just wants to come like everyone. But that's what makes the CMS a cool show, because Neely's a real gentleman and Chris is a fucking animal, especially when it comes to those Latinas. But
is that true, Chris?
I guess so. If Tommy says it, it must be.
So I'm a gentleman? You're just an animal. Oh. When it comes to Latinas, anyway.
Yeah, when it comes to Latinas, I am an animal.
Right. You got to get in there.
Right. Immediately.
Right.
So I am just purchased the brand new Led Zeppelin 4 at Best Buy on my Best Buy credit card. Cool things about credit cards, you don't have to pay them. It's kind of like I get shit for free there. And I'm going to go back on Tuesday, and they're going to give me a AC/DC just for free. I don't know why. I want that fucking thing, but I want to hear it. They usually have good, solid, real dry drum sounds, dry production, not a lot of nonsense. And since Malcolm's under 60, I think he's 58, he's still got a little bit of life.
I think he means Angus.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Did he run out?
Huh?
Did he run out?
No, I just stopped it.
All right.
He's got a little more to go.
All right.
And I've avoided listening to that song. I think it's called Play Ball, because I don't want to be tainted. I want to hear the disc with fresh ears. And I think that's a fucking gay-ass title. Anytime you mix baseball with rock and roll, it's gay. Like John Fogerty did that center field bullshit. And John Fogerty's awesome, but he fucking lost his mind on that one, because that's fucking gay. I don't know, if you're looking for a topic tonight, maybe you talk about rock songs that have sports in them. That song Dreams by Van Halen, they had a fucking gayest video. I guess guys with hard cocks, they're fucking stiff flying F-14 airplanes and videos. That could be considered sports too, because it's kind of gay. But if you're a pilot, man, you're a fucking egomaniac like John McCain, man. You walk around.
And that's it.
Like John McCain?
Like John McCain.
Okay.
And that's it.
Well, Tommy's on the ball.
So what we assess from this is that you're an animal.
I am an animal.
And I'm a gentleman.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
So there you are.
I think in real life, you're probably less. You'll take your time a lot more than I will.
Sure.
I would think that's probably a fair assessment.
There's probably some truth to that.
Yeah. I just want to hit it.
All right. So that's our good friend Tommy Crash checking in.